Hello and welcome to my second Dominion League match of Season 68, playing against Tracer, who I don't think I've ever played in League before. I've probably played here and there in tournaments and whatnot. We've got Amass Sea Witch. That looks pretty good. We've got Develop Trashing. We've got plenty of villages. The develop stuff, I mean, I think we're just going to double Amass Sea Witch. The develop stuff is, like, not the strongest, but we are going to want to pick that up. We don't have his plus buy. So that is a bit of a limitation. So there's no way to hit double province or even province duchy. You can get, like, province... Well, you can get duchies off of develop. Yeah, you can't get double province. Well, anyway, let's amass ourselves a Sea Witch. And I mean, there is obviously a high risk of terminal collision here, but I think this is too good not to do. Oh, or we could just get lucky. We're out all night to get lucky. Border village for sure. Do we just take a third Sea Witch? Probably at this point. Yeah. Just be player 1, casually hit 6, turn 3. It's pretty good. We could still, like, it could still fail to work out on this coming shuffle, obviously, but I definitely can't complain with that start. Also, you know, making 3 estates miss the shuffle is amazing. Okay, we did get that. Do we go ahead and take the develop now? We only have the 1 village. Is the one hesitation I have about that. We're not going to be able to play... Like, we could take a mountain village. And then, like, we could potentially grab, like, border village develop later if we hit, like, a high price point and we really want the... We could also take a trail. Trail is nice because we can discard it and play it with Sea Witch. But also, Mountain Village doesn't play that nicely with Sea Witch. We probably don't want to pick up the cards we just discarded. Yeah, maybe Trail is the way. There's a 1 in 4 chance that we draw our border village, but there's a better chance that we don't. Also, we can develop trails if we get the trail. Alright, sadly, the trail prevented us from hitting 6. I think we just take 1 more Sea Witch now, and then we worry about the develop thing later. There's still enough curses to give out. And it's draw, and of course duration balance is the most important thing in Dominion. Oh, interesting. Alright. I think... Are we ready for the develop? Okay, that's fair. That was brutal, like, brutally good for me, brutally bad for Tracer start. I do not blame him for that resign. I mean, I think there was a lot of game left, and I would have played it out just because, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's possible to screw it up, but I don't think it's an unreasonable resign at all. Okay. So here we've got not much trashing either. There's, like, Acolyte. Oh, you can't, right, and you can't even... Yeah, that's. I mean, turning stuff into gold is fine enough, I guess. But yeah, and then there's a zombie mason, so pretty awkward there. The villages are like the villagers from Silk Merchant, and then Gondola. So not a whole lot of plus actions either. Although there is like Zombie Apprentice, Silk Merchant. So like you can get pretty far off the villagers there. Yeah, I think Silk Merchant is a pretty clear opener. We could combine it with a Necromancer just right off the bat. I think that's pretty reasonable. The other thing I would consider is maybe like a gear. There's Battlefield here, so like castles are going to be something we might want to consider relatively early. How much control do we really think we can establish? Is the question. Uh, like, is it worth masoning? I mean, it probably is. And it's not like I need to hit 5, so it's not like spending the coffer is a big problem. Okay. um, just take another Silk Merchant, probably. We do want another Necromancer too, but getting the coffer and the Villager now seems nice. Okay. We do have an estate down there. I'm thinking. We play Necromancer first. Try to hit the estate. Cool. We could take a silver off of this just to have like the that set up for merchant. A little bit tempted by Humble Castle, to be honest, but I think we're gonna want. I mean, although merchant isn't that good here because we're not gonna really get thin. I am tempted by Humble Castle, I'll be honest, just because it's pretty good, but I think not, and I think we still do take a silver. And then, do we want to even buy anything here? Probably not. I think we just squirrel. Mm-hmm. Um, just Silk Merchant to Necromancer here. We could go ahead and apprentice the Silk Merchant here. This is also a colony board, so I probably actually shouldn't worry super much about Battlefield. Tracer could afford a platinum if he wants one. Guess not. Okay. Could play this. We could also squirrel it. Buy another one. Kind of like that better. All right. So in those 5 cards, you've got 3 coppers, an estate, and another silk merchant. I think. 3 trash, 5 out there. We have 2 to the end. Yeah, that sounds right. We play. Think. We draw with this one first. We could just take another silk merchant off of that. That is probably the best option. Let's get the last silk merchant too. We could spend a whole bunch of coffers and get that platinum. I don't mind that. Let's take another necromancer, but I think I want the platinum. Guess we're just gonna Mason here. There's a 1 in 11 chance that we hit the platinum and accomplish nothing, but I mean, we could play this silk merchant. Oh, Mason. Damn it! That was the other bad possible outcome. Alright, I think it's time for gear. Probably was already time, but another platinum. It's pretty good. We've got a platinum here. Let's squirrel this and do that. That's a lot of money. We are really not lining up our necromancers with our silk merchants. 5 of them in the trash. We've got like 3, 4 in the deck. We haven't managed to be able to collide them with the necromancers. Of course, we took one of the necromancers out of the shuffle. That's part of the reason. That was really unfortunate. Zombie Mason didn't do anything. You could argue for me to squirrel this one, but we got 14 coins. I feel like we want to utilize this plus buy. Well, there goes the... Man. Alright. 12, 16 to 18 coins. 18 would be enough for 2 more platinums. We could just stop here, scroll the necromancer, and grab 2 more platinums. It's not too bad. that's probably enough platinum. We got our gear down here. We're gonna apprentice a silk merchant. I don't think Mason is very good at this point, so I think this is just Spy, unfortunately. We don't want this here unless we want to gear it. Rather discard it. Let's play the gear. Okay. So again, we have 14. It might be nice to play this Silk Merchant and try to take advantage of the plus buy again. This also will trigger a shuffle that where the estates miss, which is nice. Colony. And Necromancer. I guess it could have been Magnate. No, I didn't think about that. I'm not saying it should have been, but maybe. No Silk Merchant for us to take advantage of the plus buy here. Maybe we should have... Well, no, if we'd bought another green card last turn, it wouldn't have changed the battlefield split if they used their other buy here, so... Yeah. Just a... But, I mean, I don't know. I think it's fine. My goal here is to get more colonies by virtue of having more platinum. We could take the Haunted Castle, though. This might as well be Spy. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab that. Opulent Castle is not bad. We can make money off of that. Is it better than Province? I think so. We can also a zombie apprentice it in a pinch. Or we have 12 right now. We could just stop here and buy a colony. 2 cards set aside with gear. Man, we attacked them, and then they still managed to like Silk Merchant gear 2 cards and then my colony. The question is it better to draw 2 cards now or later? The argument for later is that we already have colony money in hand. magnate. Oh, okay. Well, this isn't an amazing starting hand, but we have 9 coins right now. We only saw 1 platinum last turn. So we have 2 more platinum down here. I think we start with the gear. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 15. We need 6 coins. Yeah, apprenticing the opulent castle cannot be correct at this point. Just gotta be silk merchant. We drew it. Oh, wait. That's 21. Ah. That is 21. I must have miscounted for how much money I had. Shit. So they get to 58. Yeah, I guess we have to take double province. Or do we want the sprawling castle? Sprawling castle is worth 1 more point. Wait, so if we take sprawling castle colony and they can only hit colony, D1, we would be at 58. So we would win. Okay, I think we're supposed to take sprawling castle anyway. But not Grand Castle. Question is, do we take colony or province? I think we take colony. Well, we don't have any platinum down there, though. Yeah. Oh, we do. Wait, I must have miscounted it. Yeah, I screwed this up. Although, I don't actually have enough for the colony. But I do have enough for Grand Castle. Gaining some points. I think that's worth spending the coffer. Maybe I didn't screw it up, I don't know. King's Castle is actually pretty good for me at this point. Obviously, also good for Tracer. We have enough for it here. We could just set aside these and buy King's Castle. Seems good. Now we pretty much have this on lock. Maybe that's an overstatement, but we're in a very good spot. We still got 3 villagers left. Ooh, the magnate. Okay, well, surely we can get there. That should be it by itself. All right. Ooh, I don't know exactly why, but that felt stressful. My game. A lot of alt VP. All right. Daimyo. Rope. That's the only trashing. Probably want to open with it, and I guess we're a little sad that we can't get that with a fisherman. There's shepherd draw. And other than that, it's just like playing a bunch of daimyos and then a cantrip sort of deal. Oh, and first mate. Okay. First mate fishmonger is amusing. Or candlestick maker. I don't know if it's good. I mean, we definitely want the rope, but I'm not actually sure. Like, I mean, we could certainly just get a fishmonger. I think that's pretty reasonable. I'm not sure what we're building towards here. Like, do we want to do shepherd stuff? There is... Oh, interesting. Okay. I think we'll go with the fishmonger. If we're down for another fishmonger, which I think was okay, we could do fisherman fishmonger here. What the hell? What? That's absurd. That is outrageous. Oh my gosh. All right. Thinking about getting another rope and then maybe a daimyo. And then we're gonna have to decide about whether we are gonna like keep estates and try to do a shepherd thing or not, but is Daimyo's gonna admittedly have a tough time paying for itself quickly here. We don't have like the most amazing targets, but there are cheap cards that we can pick up. Wow, I wish this was a shepherd. Holy crap. I mean, this wouldn't be the shepherd. This would be the the rope is what would have been the shepherd if I'd bought one. So it's not. Or wait, hold on. Need to think about that more. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a shepherd in our deck right now. I think. Man, it's turn 5, and they have 2 different times discarded multiple cards of the shepherd. That is crazy. I guess the fishmonger does help with that because it's not in the way, but that is wild nonetheless. That turn 3 was just... Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, the rope duration draw definitely does help with the shepherd stuff. We could go like... I mean, we did trash an estate, but that's okay. Like, we could go shepherd daimyo. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we should have trashed copper after all, because we still bought the daimyo in the end. But that's fine. But I guess there's no reason to play daimyo on not shepherd, because we can always monkey it. Oh, well. We don't see any green cards. But fisherman... that's trickier. Draw extra cards for the initial shepherd. What is more likely to... I think multi-playing the shepherd is better. Okay. We'll just discard the estate, I guess. Well, I guess it's fine to draw the fishmonger. It means we also draw this other card. Okay. I don't really think we need to worry about adding another shepherd to the deck. We'll grab another daimyo, but what else do we want? More ropes? Certainly reasonable. Just go rope daimyo. Another rope and another daimyo. We could go rope daimyo, but I think maybe don't have that much debt. I don't know. Did Tracer buy a daimyo last turn? He did. Okay. How many times do we want to daimyo this fisherman? Maybe all of the times. That way we can buy fishermen more easily. Oh. Didn't actually realize that was a daimyo. I think I did realize it earlier in the turn. I was like, I think I have one more daimyo, and then I forgot to think about it again. So yeah, let's get another fisherman. And I wonder if we're ready to start like scoring a bit. At the very least, we could buy some like estates and have the expectation that that'll be fine. We could take one more shepherd, but we don't really need it right now. We could also take more ropes. We could just go like rope, daimyo and plan to like not play one of them if we care about the duration balance. I don't believe in this idle thing. I don't think it's super relevant. Yeah, mostly because I want like having as many ropes as possible means that the shepherd thing will be more likely to stay reliable later into the game. Yeah, I'll try to not play the last rope. I mean, we'll see what happens, but I think it's likely that that will be fine. Especially with daimyo to like smooth out our econ. Uh-oh. Well, here's the good news. We found 3 ropes. So fisherman, maybe we do take one more shepherd at this point. Maybe. I mean, it's fine. We could also just go double daimyo. Maybe that's better. And now the last daimyo is going to go, and we're going to score on our turn. What does our fairground situation look like? We haven't trashed all of our copper. 2 coppers left. We could keep 1 if we need to. Daimyo, shepherd, fishmonger, fisherman, rope, estate, pasture, verse. Yeah. 4-point fairgrounds definitely seems realistic. 6-point fairgrounds does not. It's not impossible, but we'd have to pick up like candlestick maker, first mate, warehouse idol. Like it's like there's only 17, 18 unique cards on the board, plus the wisps, I guess. But you know, we'd have to have the majority of them, and we do not right now. So I'm not super concerned about that. At least not for the moment. Ha! Guess we can just monkey these. All the difference it makes. All right. Take another fisherman. We're like not far off from a 3-pile. Maybe we. Well, fisherman isn't likely to run. Like if we weren't in debt, we'd have been able to pile here. Wait, could we win on curses? Probably not. We have enough for province duchy. That gives us 9 points. We buy 9 curses. That's -9, and we're down on VP. But it's something to look for next turn. In the meantime, we have 7 Daimyos. I have a hard time imagining. We also have more fishmongers, more fishermen. I have a hard time imagining Tracer has the money to compete with us to where like we'd be at risk from lowering estates. So there's but like we have the estate pile out available to us next turn. We also have potentially the curse pile out. I think taking a fisherman has the downside of then it's like, what do we buy with our other 3 coins? I guess it could be like a warehouse, candlestick maker or something. It's not like 9 points defends us from an estate pile out if you can somehow do it, though. So maybe it is better to go like add even more payload to like be able to overcome. Like if he takes a province. No, because if we have the points lead now and he takes a province, we can still win on estates. So yeah, I think we just go province duchy. And maybe we're not trashing copper this turn. I guess we'll see what Tracer does. I guess we didn't need the duchy for that to be true. Whatever. That makes the curse pile out easier. If it comes into play. We're not going to get to trash it, but... yeah, I think this should be very 1 for us. Fishmongers, now it's 6. We didn't have a win on fishmongers, right? No, we only had 13 coins, and we had a point deficit. Okay. We do need to make sure we have enough buys. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we should just be... Maybe we play one more of these normally to make sure we have the actions, but then... Yeah. Wow. Good start to this one. Feel pretty good about like my approach there. Mass makes its return. Silk Merchant makes its return. You can open like Silk Merchant, Amass Apprentice. That's pretty good. Oh, there's also Bounty Hunter. Okay, hold on. Bounty Hunter thinning, Apprentice thinning, lots of draw. Woodworkers Guild with Silk Merchant could be a thing to get like an expand or a city quarter. There's a lot going on here. I think... I might probably also want to pick up an underling at some point so we can keep doing that. Not the earliest priority. Oh, there's also Steward. Jeepers. So the advantage of Bounty Hunter is that it hits price points. I don't think that's so critical here. Feels weird to potentially not open with Amass, but I'm actually wondering about just going Silk Merchant Steward. I mean, Steward is definitely on the lower tempo end of things. Oof. This is a tough one. Getting the early expand to Trash Estates sounds pretty great to me, though. Trash Estates into Apprentice or whatever. And then Steward to Trash Coppers. I mean, it could be Silk Merchant, Bounty Hunter, Bounty Hunt Copper, pick up Steward later. Maybe we just hit expand with Bounty Hunter. That's possible with the coffer. It's tricky. We don't need to Woodworkers Guild the Silk Merchant. We could turn it into a city quarter at some point. Yeah, let's go with the Bounty Hunter. I don't know. We can get whatever we want here. Is what we want just Steward, though? It might be. I think so. Bottom deck the Silk Merchant. Yeah, if this was an Apprentice, we wouldn't have, but then again, how helpful would that have been anyway? Sad to see do estates with the Bounty Hunter. Can't get the expand. We could get like a farmhands, set aside a copper. Going into next turn, knowing we have the Silk Merchant on top. Taking a card out of the shuffle is pretty nice. Getting a coffer is also pretty nice, though. Yeah, Silk Merchant's probably just better. Okay, so now got some options. I think we got to draw with the Silk Merchant. I think it's too much junk down here. It's not the greatest draw, actually. See both of these at once. Well, we're 1 coin short of being able to trash here and buy expand. It's too bad. We could take coins. We could also draw. Which has the advantage of triggering a shuffle. That has some junk with it. I mean, the Silk Merchant down there triggers the shuffle anyway, but... kind of like the draw option. We do have plus buy to take advantage of coins. Oof. 2 estates. Dang. Well... Man, that is not what I expected to see. 1 estate I kind of expected. Problem now is that we don't have a lot of villagers left. And we didn't draw the Silk Merchant. We can't, like, I would have definitely considered Woodworkers Guild on the Silk Merchant down here. Ugh. Maybe we're not supposed to take expand yet. Take like Silk Merchant, Underling, get the Woodworkers Guild stuff. Is this? It's once per turn, yeah. Bounty Hunter's not going to help us at expand going forward, though. Awkward. I mean, if we draw expand, like in a state, we can grab Silk Merchant off of that, and it's non-terminal. I'm gonna do it. I don't know. I could be wrong. We could bounty hunt Silk Merchant and buy Silk Merchant here. I don't think that's crazy. Get some villagers back into our deck. Well, a villager. I mean, it's more money than we need. Or bounty hunt copper and Woodworkers Guild the Silk Merchant to another Silk Merchant. Possibly a city quarter. Probably a city quarter. I don't get to buy anything that way. Oh, we have a coffer. Okay. Oh, we have 2 coffers now. We could get another Silk Merchant. I was thinking I would get an Underling. I think I'd rather have the Silk Merchant. I think this is going to be a state to Silk Merchant. Maybe we just take both of the last two Silk Merchants. I would like the Underling. But... I've not used the Steward to trash. I guess I've only seen it twice. Including this time, I mean. I guess I bottom decked it first time through. I guess? Must have done. Yeah, Farmhands is going to be nice now. That's going to be probably what we're expanding into if we can find state. We only have the one left in the deck. But possibly we expand the Bounty Hunter too. What did Tracer use his favor on? Let's see that happen. Oh, Apprentice to expand. Okay. I think we just draw on here. Okay. How many villagers do we want to burn here? Oh. We should play the Bounty Hunter first. If we're gonna play it. I was thinking, well, I'm gonna play them both, so it doesn't matter, but maybe I'm not gonna play the Steward. You know, scrounging is not bad at this point, actually, because we can expand the estate. Kind of like that. Go ahead and get a city quarter. Would be nice to have that underling, but I guess at this point, I don't know what we'd be trashing into city quarter. We do kind of want to hang on to some of these silk merchants. The payload here is like a little bit awkward. We're gonna want to like gain some fives just so that we can expand them into provinces. It's also possible we're not meant to like steward trash ever in this game. We have the steward and we haven't used it to trash, and I think we probably never will. Maybe we just take coins off of it, like since our payload is low, and we just slowly whittle away the coppers with the bounty hunter. Second expand. Yeah. Definitely a consideration. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take coins off of this. All right, what are we expanding into? We could do it. We could expand into expand. It's not unreasonable. And then the awkward thing is, like, we'd really like for this to be become something that's money, but then it can't become a province. Maybe we just turn it into another steward and do steward for coins. Or sorry, turn a copper into a steward and keep the estate? Or bounty hunt it? Need to turn off keep back cards in exile because we might actually want to get the estate back out of exile at some point. Or something like that anyway. Yeah, I think we have exactly 8 right now, but I like turning a copper into a steward. If we're gonna get a steward anyway, we might as well do it this way rather than bounty hunt the copper. We don't have enough to scrounge. That is unfortunate. Don't know what to do about that. Is it possible we don't actually want another city quarter? Like, we've got enough draw anyway? Difficult. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I am far from certain. And we do have to keep in mind that we had like 2 farmhand set-asides last turn. So we might also consider, like, this turn just bounty hunting for money, like bounty hunt steward, expand into steward, sort of thing. We do have 1 more copper down here. So there is like a world where we need to play this farmhands after the city quarter, and I don't think there's too much advantage to playing it before. So That's what Tracer's doing. Maybe I could have done that last turn, actually. And should have. Probably. Probably could have done that. Third expand. Yeah, I could have done that last turn. I decided that I didn't think it made sense. But maybe it does. Or at least maybe it does for Tracer. It's hard to imagine you want another city quarter at this point. I mean, I guess if you can turbo expand your way to provinces, maybe you do. No. You can scrounge again. Okay, so we want to do this thing. Oh. Oops, I guess. Actually, having to spend a villager here, I guess that's fine. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 coins. Can make it to 13. I don't think that's important. What are we doing at the expand, though? I don't know. Go ahead and take another steward and just not play it. If we want to take, like, farm hands. I kind of want to start taking 5s to turn into provinces. Maybe we just don't play the expand. Wait, not playing the expand isn't the question. The question is... do we want to farm hands, or do we just burn 2 more villagers to get 2 more coins? It's not like we need the villagers very much. Yeah. I guess we'll scrounge for Apprentice because it's a more generically useful card than Magnate. Could discard these estates from exile. And then we could bounty hunt one of them. Expand one of them. I like that. One estate left in the trash, so still scroungeable. I guess the issue with bounty hunting estate is we're planning to bounty hunt province, probably. Oh well. It's still an expand target, if nothing else. There's so many expands. Can you leverage them all? I guess maybe Tracer is planning to expand a province. Apprentice can, like... Well, you can't scrounge for expand anyway, never mind. We're definitely done gaining city quarters. Now it's just a question of scoring. How to do that most efficiently. Expanding into provinces, scrounging for duchies, I guess, in general. We probably won't have enough money to scrounge all that many times. But in theory, we could, like, expand our estates and then scrounge them back. There's some kind of expand pile out here? Maybe there is. He does have 3 villagers. Scrounge doesn't help with it, but yeah, maybe he does have it. I mean, he's got to get a points lead too. So it's still 7 gains. If you can scrounge, you get the estate out of the trash, and then you can take a duchy. So I guess it's really more like 6. No, it's 7 gains. He's got 3 expands left. Seems... Still has 3 expands left. I guess it's fewer gains if you can empty the city quarters, but you need a lot of money for that. I don't think he'll have that much money. He must not, like, very definitively have it, or else he'd be playing this faster. But if he doesn't win, then I'm gonna win. So, like, he has to find it here. If he does get there, then I'm willing to say I got outplayed here. I mean, maybe I did anyway, but yeah, I'd believe it. I was underplaying this. You can expand one of those farmhands into another expand and draw that. And then you can expand another farmhands into another expand. I don't know if you can draw that, though. And then you've got to, like... It's 3 expands in play. I have 2 expands, so he still has 3 expands in hand. Expand into expand and... Wait, why did that hide all the cards that he already has in hand? It's not like I don't still know what they are. Whatever. But yeah, like expanding like coppers into Steward or something like that just might not leave him with the money to get the points lead. That's, I think, the issue here. There's also, I guess, expanding like Steward to Duchy and then trying to just buy like a Steward. I just don't know if he has the fodder for all of that. I don't think the actions are the issue. Maybe they are, though. I really don't know. 5 actions. You want to play 4 more expands and draw one of those expands. So he doesn't have the actions if he needs to expand both of those farmhands, doesn't have any more farmhands, and has to play like all of the expands, like both of the remaining expands. I don't know. I guess I should be focused more on what I'm going to do if I get a turn. But I mean, at this point, it seems pretty straightforward. Like, I should be able to empty piles fairly easily. Ooh, Underling. Underling lets him use Woodworkers Guild. That might do it. I didn't see that line. Assuming he has another action to trash. Yeah. Okay. That was nicely done. I think is like just barely that was second player. Okay. Just barely there for him. I'm guessing it didn't work without the underling. I don't know for sure. All right, we've got Blockade. We've got Lookout as the only trashing. There is Dungeon, which definitely helps. Torturer, although up against Menagerie, so like a little bit of torture ain't no thing. We definitely want to open Blockade. Oh, this is also a Marchland Kingdom. Ooh, that's some kind of Marchland-y rushy thing with Blockade taking estates could definitely be the thing. Does that mean we want to just go Blockade Dungeon and not bother with Lookout? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. There is Monkey. I guess I feel like in general, like the payload isn't otherwise that strong. The plus action situation is pretty limited. I think I'm gonna go Blockade Dungeon. Tracer goes for the Lookout. I do not find my Blockade. Sad times. I think we just take another one though. Do some Blockade spam. Oh, there is Merchant Camp. Sorry, okay. That's still not the greatest of villages, though. Oh, the Blockade. We can't actually. We do have a copy of Block. Damn it! That's terrible. We're not going to have. I really wish this shop would work. I'd be able to hit 4, because what I'd like to do is blockade dungeon by blockade, but can't do that. We have 4 coppers down there. I think we blockade again and buy. Maybe we do buy a merchant camp. I mean, I'd like a second dungeon, but I'm thinking I'll blockade the dungeon next turn. Although if we blockade the dungeon this turn, then I don't have a blockade to play, maybe. I mean, I want to be playing blockades. Yeah, alright. I think maybe we just take the second dungeon now and blockade the merchant camp? No. I think the other way around. Oh, hey. Practice blockade. Wait, what? Oh, gains a curse from blockade. Yeah, blockade. Okay. I totally forgot about practice blockade. That's a good one. Yeah, it should have totally done that from the outset. Yeah. Whoops. Well, that makes this even stronger, doesn't it? All right, let's take Conclave and a monkey. Yeah, I totally botched this by not noticing that interaction. All right. I'm gonna practice again and get another monkey. The Conclave isn't gonna work this time. Maybe we should take a look at this point. Even though it's like worse, but we're gonna just not be able to take more dungeons. I don't know, maybe he'll stop taking dungeons now that he has to. Yeah, I guess I already feel like I just lost this game by virtue of not noticing this interaction. I could have had a much better start here. Like, I mean, turn 3, I didn't see it, but turn 4, I could have blocked it. Like, I could have just put this merchant camp into my hand if that was the card that I wanted. Okay, well, we can get a dungeon this time. That's nice. Yeah. No, we don't have is plus buy. Well, I guess there's Marchland. There's always Marchland. We could, if we want to gain, if we want to like practice and buy a thing, but maybe it's better not to go that route. We definitely want a dungeon. Like we could shop this and then just Blockade dungeon and then go like Marchland practice. Well, sorry. We'd shop this, we'd go Marchland practice, we'd Blockade dungeon, and then what's the other card that we would blockade? Question. That's the thing. I don't know. Putting a silver into our deck, I guess, isn't totally ridiculous, but I guess we can always put another lookout into our deck and use it as shop. Now, what are we buying for doing that? Maybe we're buying a torturer. Maybe we're pivoting here. I'll top deck that. Yeah. So we botched the game early, but maybe we can recover by pivoting strategies. Funny thing is we just had this duration errata. It's like, oh, you can't, you know, get the multiplays of a duration without some indicator, except for practice and Citadel. Like I could use that as my excuse, but I just overlooked it. All right. That into hand, put that into hand, draw a card. This card. That. Merchant camp. Torturer. I think we can actually... Yeah, we should have done this thing first. Whoops. So we can't actually play any of these. They're all like durations. We could go ahead and province at this point. Dungeon away to look out in the estate. Not that it really matters. We could take one more conclave and make use of it. We could also take one more torturer. Potentially we could like practice the torturer. We could buy like Marchland practice torturer going forward. I don't mind that. Maybe we're not supposed to top deck the merchant camp because of dungeon? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could have bought Marchland Torturer there. I just don't know if I want the Marchland in my deck yet. I guess I could have just played the Lookout last turn to trash again, couldn't I have? Not sure why I didn't do that. I was like so fixated on the idea that the second Lookout can be used as shop that I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I'm not playing this game very well, huh? Perhaps brain not working. Doop, doop, doop. Do we think we need to shop this turn? I don't know. Still got the... Let's start with Conclave Torture, I guess. And that will give us an idea. Okay, no, we shouldn't need to. We should be able to double look at it if we want to, which I think we do. Oh. I didn't realize I had a blockade down there. Do I care about playing it? Maybe? I don't know. Huh. I think I don't, actually. Alright. We can do the thing I was talking about, buy Marchland and practice. Torturer. Maybe we should be trashing copper there. If we're gonna do that anyway. Alright, so I'm also thinking about we just blockade a state at this point. And Tracer can keep taking menageries. Like, he will be able to draw with them, but I would think that it's still gonna overall hurt to get it with the Torturer. And he has also already thinned a fair amount, so... I don't know, maybe going forward we just buy, like... We don't bother with that, and we just do the... Get marchlands or provinces or something. I guess we could also do it reactively based on what he's blockading. You could kind of do some real damage to my ability to do stuff if he like doesn't gain stuff with blockade and starts like denying my monkey stuff. I'm still not actually sure what his vision is for the like how to win and the game. You just like eat the like I would think maybe you have a turn where you just blockade a whole bunch of estates and put a big stack of cursey business on it, but I don't know. Maybe I should have gone ahead and tried to play that other blockade and get a second dungeon going. Second pair of dungeons. Would make some sense. Assume he'll take Menagerie off of this. I don't know what else. Well, we do have some copper down there. That is what we want to trash. Protect a conclave. Maybe we just look out to play the conclave. Oh wait, that was a mistake. We should play the Torturer so that we can play the... The other conclave can play like the merchant camp or something. Assuming we can get to it. It's not so clear, but... Alright. Still can't play all this stuff. We have 10 coins. Maybe... Like, I did want to get another dungeon, so maybe we... We get more money if we play the Torturer. We could buy province marchland off of that. Yeah, maybe we just blockade dungeon and don't worry about blockading estate. Blockading estate seems kind of important. Yeah, I think we don't play the other Torturer. Sure. Top decking this. Maybe not having played the second Torture is going to mess up Tracer's plans and not the menageries aren't going to activate or something. Who knows? Yeah, I kind of figured he might want to do that eventually. That's why I think it's important to blockade a state. This way, like, if he wants to put a big pile of curse threat on it, he has to take a bunch of curses too. And he draws me cards. It's weird. I feel like I misplayed this game super hard, and I still feel like I might actually be winning it. I don't know. It's a weird kingdom. Like, I absolutely think that practicing Blockade was a thing I should have been doing. But I think maybe Tracer, like, overdid it? I don't know. Well, he certainly drew. You take another estate? No. I wonder if we can win on piles here. We probably don't have enough gains. Yeah, because we only have the one blockade available. You should certainly be able to empty the marchlands, though. Seems like a good thing to do. Whoa! Okay. Took another curse, huh? Wait, how'd you get... What? How do you get one more marchland? I'm super confused. What happened there? Did you discard differently? I guess he must have. Okay. So... I want to play the lookouts as shops at this point. That much seems clear. When I get the last marchland... Is there... I mean, I think we just end up blockading a state regardless of the fact that we get a curse with it. Which I guess means we might want to try to use one lookout to trash that curse. Hmm. But not two. All right, now we blockade the estate. I think it 6 of one, half a dozen the other, or whether you play this for coin or draw. Except that we get to attack if we draw with it. It lowers the curse pile. If Tracer takes a curse, which seems to our benefit, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's like easier for him to trash the curse. Yeah. The Tracer might actually have taken... Oh no, we split the march lines evenly. Okay. If I'd had a second blockade, I would have seriously considered blockading curse, because then it's just like you take an estate, you get all the curses. We can no longer use Marchland to hit province money, but neither can Tracer. And I think maybe we're in a slightly better position from that standpoint. I'm not sure. Okay, so we mouse this to play this to play this. Go ahead and play the dungeon. We've already got province money. Two dungeons in play. We have another blockade down there. That's what we want to find. We can. The lookout. Oh, we won't be able to play it anyway. Oh, no, yes, we will. It's not a terminal. Oh, no, wait, it's the blockade, not the dungeon. Blah, 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 blah. We could forego monkey and double blockade estate. Oh, wait, can we... We could blockade estate and then practice blockade estate. That's the play. It is super weird that I won that game. I'm not sure how to explain it. I don't know. Because it did end up being a Marchline thing. I don't know. All right. Last one. And... it's on a salvager trashing... The only real draw is from Avanto. Well, permanent draw, I guess I should say. There's Farrier, of course. We surely do want to play with Salvager. means we probably don't want to open Farrier and trigger a shuffle where we're missing with 2 estates. We could just take a fishing village, I guess. Fishing village is fine. Tracer goes with silver. Silver does have the advantage that if we pick up Sauna, we can use it to trash, and it's better at copper trashing. Maybe that is actually the play. Like, at least give ourselves the option. Well, we can overpay for Farrier and guarantee we see Salvager estate, so I guess this is fine. Tracer's position is maybe slightly worse, actually, from that perspective. I mean, if he wants, like, Buried Treasure or something, though, it's Falconer. Falconer looks pretty reasonable. Okay, so we could go ahead and take a Sauna and then overpay by 1. Getting a 5 right now is a little bit awkward, is the main thing. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Why does this have a slider? I guess it's because you could slide it to 0, but no, you can't. Okay, whatever. Alright, I do like getting the Buried Treasure here. Now, we saw our silver, so we're not going to get to do anything good. Yeah, we, I think the Buried Treasure line looks better. Like, yeah, it was nice to pair Salvager with Estate, but 7 wasn't really a price point that was particularly useful. I don't know what else you would do there instead, but no. Jeez. I think we're probably toast here. I guess I'll trash a copper. We take another buried treasure, or do we Farrier overpay? Probably Farrier overpay. Well, this could be a good turn. As good a turn as Racer's having. We didn't see the silver. Yeah. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14 cards total, of which 2, 7, 8, 9, 10 are stop cards. So if we overpay by 5, we pretty much drawing deck with the Buried Treasure in play. Yeah, I think we're just doing that. Let's see the Sauna. Tracer could deny me Farriers. Fortunately, I'm going to get to trash a bunch of copper this turn if I want, so the consequences of that are not so dire. I'd like to get a Falconer. 8 coins. Unnecessary? Maybe it was. Okay, what if we just trash 3 coppers and buy Buried Treasure Falconer? What am I talking about? I don't get to trash 3 coppers. Why did I think I was going to get to trash a bunch of copper? I don't get to do that. No, this is a disaster. Okay. Right. I do think Falconer is going to be good. I'm willing to not spend 2 coins to get there. But yeah, this is on. I mean, yeah. I don't get to draw this turn. I mean, this is like partially a first player advantage thing, but his deck also just took off more because of the difference in that opening split. I mean, there was a turn where I could have bought another Farrier and I bought Buried Treasure instead to try to get up to like the really big thing going, and then the next turn I didn't really have that much more. It was unfortunate. Come on. Damn it. Really wanted that Falconer. Would have gotten to react with it. I'm worried about the sauna situation, but I think I'm just taking another Buried Treasure. We can react Falconer here, and it still goes into our shuffle. So if we're lucky, we get to react. I mean, Tracer knows I have the Falconer, so maybe he'll... Nope. We take Sauna now. There's 1 Sauna left, and then we can take Avanto if Tracer takes it. Makes sense. Nine coins. We don't really... Would have been really nice to see the silver here. We don't want to uncover the Avantos. Unless, you know, getting multiple of them or something. Yeah. We could do something kind of outrageous, like by Banquet. It's just a lot of copper. Tricky. It's hard for us not to buy a Buried Treasure either. What do we do with the Falconer gain? I don't think we take the Sauna. I don't think that makes sense. We could trash the Falconer. We'd have 13. Double Buried Treasure and what? Fishing Village. Maybe in anticipation of the future, except the piles are really low, and it's not like Tracer has draw either, now that the Farriers are out. Nor is he any thinner than I am. Sorry, 14. I said 13. We'd have 14. I don't think that matters too much. I guess we could take another salvager. But maybe it's fine to take like one buried treasure, react the falconer to that. Definitely not taking the sauna. We could just take like an alley. Yeah, sure. We want the fishing village. It's a fine enough card if the game lasts long enough, which it probably will not. But we do have 2 terminals in our deck, so. Yeah, it is unfortunate we only have 1 buried treasure in play this turn because, like, if Tracer empties buried treasures, we can't really threaten a win. Realistically, I mean, like the way that we would threaten a win is with buying a bunch of banquets, but I think we're too far away with only 1 buried treasure in play. If we had 2, you know, like each buried treasure is a banquet. Salvager gets us a buy. Falconer gets us a sauna. I guess we still wouldn't be able to banquet 5 times. Yeah. Anyway, that's something to be on the lookout for. Tracer presumably figuring out whether he wants to trash copper or not. And how much. Yeah, now if I were to be able to react with my Falconer to Tracer gaining the buried treasure, even then I don't think I would be able to win. And I had another buried treasure in play, I guess. But even then I don't think I'd be able to win, because I wouldn't be able to draw back around to the Falconer anyway. And being able to do so wouldn't be super relevant anyway, because it wouldn't be able to gain an Avanto. But really? Is he going to reap? I'm not sure why he wants 7 there. Yeah, okay. Oof. We did not hit either of our terminal actions. We have all of 6 coins. We do have a big threat going into the next turn. What's the best way to push that? Like, we could just take a duchy for the points. Could take a gold. I don't get to play it like with Reap, but it is more dense payload. Like, with 3 buried treasures, we can buy Banquet 3 times. We have the Falconer, that gains us a Sauna. We have the Salvager. I think we do take Duchy, actually. Just because we do have enough threat now. Tracer doesn't have the Falconer. So he shouldn't really be able to empty piles, but the Duchy does defend against that in case he somehow has a way to do it. I can't imagine what it would be. Buying 6 banquets, 18 coins, 9. I guess if he can somehow find 9 more coins. I mean, even then he'd need a point, like, to go with it. Okay, only 1 buried treasure in play, and he did kind of cannibalize his deck. I'm definitely not going to win this turn. But maybe... Again, we probably don't want to touch the Sauna because, I mean, he only has the 1 buried treasure in play, so he's not very likely to be able to take advantage of that, but... So let's play this alley. Salvage the Duchy is a possibility. Salvage Duchy gets us to 18 or 17 if we trash Copper. We can also Falconer for money in some capacity. Right now we have 13, which means Falconer for silver or whatever doesn't quite do it. Do need to discard a card. So I guess trashing a Copper isn't... Yeah, let's just discard the Copper and... Okay. I think... What is that last card? Is it another buried treasure? It might be. It should be. We want to see that. Falconer, we could go ahead and take that Sauna. And just be like, hey, you're not going to be able to empty. I would have liked to gain another fishing village. But... We really trashed that much copper, though? There's only 8 coppers in the trash. Do we really only have 4 buried treasures? I don't know. I thought I had 5. Because I had like 2... I don't know. If it is a copper... then like gaining like an alley or the Sauna in order to draw it is much less appealing. relative to taking a fishing village. It's still fine, though. Yeah. The other problem with taking this on it is, like, yeah, no, I don't think we take this on. I think we take an ally. It is a copper. Okay, we do only have. Whoops. Not many buried treasures. There is now the like salvage province threat. Do we keep the province? I mean, we have a second ally, right? So like, I guess we probably do keep the province in hand. Like, what are we... And what are we doing with this falconer? Well, the copper helps us potentially hit province. Well, no, not really. We can falconer for a silver. And would we even want to salvage province? Probably not. There is a possibility that Tracer threatens triple here with like salvage province, 2 buried treasures in play. It's tough, and there's, you know, he had the reap the last time he hit the double province, but it's a possibility. Salvaging a buried treasure also would potentially do it, but I don't think I can afford to not touch any provinces. But I don't think I would salvage province to mill them, so... 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we just take... I mean, I guess we could take a cargo ship. If we took a vassal, we would potentially hit salvager, which I don't want to do. Cargo shipping the province does potentially help us. So I guess we'll take a cargo ship. We should be triggering a shuffle here. If we weren't triggering a shuffle, then it wouldn't help, but we should be, right? Because I think we do have another sauna down here. Double duchy, but only 1 buried treasure in play. Seven, 8, 9, 10. We could find... How much money would we need to find? I mean, we need 6 money. I don't know how we would really get that. Well, what about emptying on duchies? I guess we're further away from that than we are. Well, not further, but not much closer. Put it that way. Yeah, what I would love to be able to do is Falconer for another Salvager and then salvage 2 provinces, but I don't have the actions. Okay. Ooh, we're 1 coin short. If we had our Falconer instead of this copper, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 19. Wait, a banquet is non-victory. Yeah. Damn. What about estates? Do we have it on estates? I think we might have it on estates. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 exactly, and 8 buys. Oh my god! I'm really surprised by that. I wasn't even thinking about that line for the longest time. Wow. Well, made up for the first match. That is really surprising. I'm like, I would never go into a match with Tracer expecting to win 5-1. I think we can safely say I had some good fortune there. You know, I wouldn't say that there weren't some games that I. Oh, no, that's too many negatives. There were undoubtedly some games that I like played better, but the first game I know was I just had like crazy good draws. That one for sure. I don't super remember any other ones, but or Tracer having super bad draws or whatever. But I think that's I would if we played this match 10 more times or whatever, I would expect to win 5-1 maybe one other time or something. So yeah, well, we take those. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will be back tomorrow with another league match against Marcus, I think. Marcus. So until then.